Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. If you have a bolster, it would be great to grab that and just pop that next to your mat. If you don't have one, that's fine. You might grab a couple of cushions or a pillow, but doesn't matter if you don't want to use anything, that's okay, just yourself. And I thought we might start in a seated position this morning. But of course, if you're really low in energy or if you prefer to lie down to start, that's absolutely fine. So just take these first few moments to gather what you need for your practice and then either sitting or lying down. If you have a bolster, have that close to you. You might begin by sighing or blowing the breath away 2 or 3 times, just letting go of your morning. So just starting the emptying out process, letting go of all thoughts of the past, even 5 minutes ago, yesterday, the weekend, last week, and also not concerning yourself with what's happening after the practice. So bringing your full attention to this present moment, anchoring your awareness in the four corners of your mat, the eyes downcast or closed. Taking these first few moments, stilling your hands, your head, and your heart. Allow your breathing to become slow and easy. You might like to run your tongue around the outside of your lips, swallow, and then relax your jaws, your teeth, your tongue, the inside of your mouth, and the back of your neck. Just taking some time now to note how you are feeling this morning, what you have brought with you to the mat. Perhaps saying to yourselves, how human of me. How human of me. On Sunday afternoon, I went to a poetry session as part of the Williamstown Literary Festival. And it got me thinking about the various means by which different people express themselves. Listening to a bunch of poets share their poems, it seemed like such a healthy outlet for their pain, their outrage, their trauma, their dreams, their observations of life. So I thought this morning we might focus on how we communicate, the ways in which we express ourselves, our authentic voice, and indeed whether we have difficulty expressing our truth, whether it's difficult for us to have a voice. Words are not our only form of communication, though. We can also express our truth through dancing, through art, movement, painting, practicing yoga. This focus relates very much to the fifth chakra, Vishuddhi chakra, located in the throat. So our practice this morning will pivot around this important energy center. A deficiency of energy in Vishuddhi can lead to a fear of speaking or a very timid small voice, stuttering, extreme introversion or shyness. Too much energy in Vishuddhi can lead to too much talking or defensive talking, an inability to listen, gossiping, excessive loudness, or constantly interrupting. So we're looking for a balance of energy here. A wonderful pranayam practice to help clear energy blocks in the throat, and also it's very calming for the nervous system, is Brahmari pranayam, the humming bee breath. So I thought we might start with this morning. So you can do this lying down or seated. So we'll just firstly do 5 rounds just with our hands in our lap, on our thighs, by our sides. If you're comfortable, the eyes closed. So we're making the sound of a bee humming and just allowing that sound to percolate through the head, the brain, and the mouth and down into our throat. So firstly, 5 rounds, just as we are. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in. So 4 more just in your own time. So just take a breath or two when you finish. Just keep the shoulders relaxed, the skin of the face soft. And then we're going to do a second round of 5 breaths, this time with the option of closing off our sense of hearing. So we can just helps to turn our attention inward a little bit more. So you can either do it like this, or the more traditional ways to it with the pads of the thumbs and the arms up, but sometimes the arms can tire in this position. So choosing how you'd like to work with this. So again, 5 breaths just in your own time. Again, when you finish, just take a breath or two. You might just be pondering, over the course of my life, have I been able to have a voice? Have I been able to express my truth? Or has that been really challenging for me? All right. So let's work now with our chant, Sahana Vavatu, to honor the teacher and student within you, as well as the teacher and student within me. So hopefully you can see I've popped the words up there if you'd like them, and also a translation. 3 rounds finishing with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Exhale all breath. Breathing in. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahanao Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvi Navaditamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahanao Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvi Navaditamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahanao Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvi Navaditamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Beautiful. All right, we're going to slowly, without any sense of hurry, come up to stand. I'm going to start our movement in a standing position this morning, so just take your time. And to start off just by waking up the body and warming up the body with some tapping. So let's come down to the top of the right foot and just start to tap. And then the ankle, up and the chin, the right knee all around, and the right thigh, and the right hip, and the buttock, and the lower back, and the abdomen on the right side, rib cage, and the chest. So if you've had a bit of a cough or a cold, just lightly, perhaps with fingertips, otherwise a good whack. And the shoulder, upper back, and armpit, all the way down our right arm. Hands, both sides of the hands. And then let's go over our neck, just lightly, the jaw, the cheek, the ear, the temple, the forehead, top of the head, side of the head, back of the head. And then we'll swap sides. So the left side of the head and the forehead, the temple, cheek, the ear, the jaw, our neck, upper back, shoulder, armpit, and then down our left arm, all the way down to our hand, both sides of the hand. And up again. And then again, if you've had a bit of a cough or cold, just fingertips, otherwise it can be quite firm. Rib cage, abdomen, the hip, the buttock, the lower back. And then let's go all the way down our left thigh, the knee, all around the knee, calf and shin, top of the foot, ankle, and release. Good. Let's do a little bit of bouncing. So feet hip width apart, your toes are spread. And up and down, up and down. You might shake the arms. You might flick the fingers. You might blow the breath out through the mouth. You might sway. Good. And then we'll do 3 stale air removers. So taking the legs a little bit wider apart. Deep breath in. And then blowing the breath out through the mouth. Legs can be bent or straight as we come forward. So breathing, nice deep breath. And then letting it all go. And last one. Exhale. Good. And then slowly, slowly coming up. And you might lift your shoulders up towards your ears and just make a few nice slow circles. Good. And then we'll come back into Tadasana mountain pose, bringing the hands into Namaskar Mudra at the heart space. Just soften your shoulders. Bring the chest forward. I'll never forget my teacher once saying, like, rather than taking our thumbs back to meet the chest, we want to bring the chest forward to meet our thumbs. So shoulders are backing down. The heart, just ever so subtly, is moving forward here. Take the awareness down into the feet again and just feel that they're relaxed. The toes are long. You're not gripping the earth. Might like to close the eyes for a moment, perhaps a gentle smile on your lips, lengthening up through the crown top. And you might like to imagine now, just taking a few breaths, that as you inhale, it's like you're breathing in a blue light or a blue mist, and just allow that beautiful energy to flow down into your throat. So awareness into the throat area. So the color of Vishuddhi chakra is a beautiful sky blue color. And if this is an area that you feel you have had, it's been really challenging, might just be at the moment, or it might be when you sort of scan back through your life, sort of a bit of a pattern through your life of have it being a challenge to express your truth. You might like to try this week wearing some blue clothes. And also what's coming to me is just even the idea of having a beautiful blue scarf and just wrapping that around your neck and your throat, just to help that energy, that beautiful energy to flow, giving us the courage. Sometimes we need courage to feel that it's okay to express our truth. So imagining we're breathing in a beautiful stream of blue mist or blue light, and allowing that energy to swish and swirl around inside the nose, down into the throat. Good, helping to clear this passageway. Beautiful. Now just release your arms down by your side. Another way that we can stimulate Vishuddhi chakra with our breath is to pause after the inhale. So we're going to have a little bit of a play with this morning. So let's try now just with a simple arm movement. You can always take catch-up breaths if you need. So exhale all breath. As we breathe in, we're going to take the arms to shoulder height. So we're pausing here. And when you pause, you might take your awareness to the throat. When you need to exhale, just turn your palms over. On the next inhale, take your arms above the head. So again, a pause, awareness to the throat. And as we exhale, hands just come down through the center. So find a pace that works for you this morning. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Pause, so awareness to our throat. When you need to exhale, turn the palms over. Breathing in, arms above the head. And again, we pause. And when you need to, hands come down through the center. Let's do 3 more, then we're going to add on. So breathing in, go at your own pace. Exhaling when you need to, then arms above the head, another pause. So just a pause after the inhale, encouraging energy to ascend upwards. If you are a visual person and you like working with colours, you might be continuing to imagine that you're breathing in a fine stream of blue mist or a blue light. So when you finish that third one, just take a rest for a moment in Tadasana, and then we're going to continue on, we're adding on to that sequence. So when you're ready, joining in with me, inhale, arms to shoulder height, pause. Turn the palms over as you exhale. Breathing in, arms above the head, pause. And when you need to, hands come down to the heart. From here, take the arms forward, pause. Back to the heart. Inhale, we take the arms out to the side, pressing against an imaginary wall. Back to the heart. Raising the arms above the head. And when you need to, lowering the arms down. So let's do 2 more of these. Breathing in, arms to shoulder height, we pause. And when you need to, turning the palms over. Raising the arms above the head and pause. Hands come to the heart. Inhale, arms out in front and pause. Back to the heart. Arms out to the side, pressing against an imaginary wall. Back to the heart. Raise the arms up. And lower. Last one. When you finish, just take a breath or two. You might like to just shrug the shoulders a little bit. Okay. Let's work now with a little stretch for our neck. So we're just staying in Tadasana. So shoulders drawing down, crown of the head lengthening up towards the heavens. Taking a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're just going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder. And if you'd like to make this a little bit more intense, you can press your left palm down towards the floor. As we breathe in, we slowly bring the head back to center. Keep the face soft, skin of the face soft. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And again, you might press the right palm down towards the ground. So breathing into center, perhaps a gentle smile. Right ear to right shoulder. Just noticing how the two sides of the neck are feeling. Perhaps one feels a little bit stiffer or a lot stiffer. Back to center and left ear to left shoulder. Breathing in, so a little pause. Right ear to right shoulder. Let's hold this one for a few breaths. So pressing that left palm down. If you want to make it even stronger, the right hand can come up and you're just cupping the left side of the head, gently drawing it down, not a yank. Breathing, allowing this left side of the neck to lengthen, become a little bit more spacious. And then slowly come back to center and left ear to left shoulder. So you might take the left hand up, cupping the side of the head, breathing into that right side of the neck. Good. And slowly back to center. And again, just take a resting breath. All right. So I thought we might weave in the Bija mantra for Vishuddhi Chakra. Bija is a Sanskrit term which means seed. So it's like the seed syllable, very powerful Sanskrit mantra to get the energy flowing in this area. The sound is hum. So we're going to, simple arm movement, raise the arms up and we'll chant hum as we lower the arms, and you can keep your awareness in this throat area. So we'll do 4 of these, and then the 5th one, the final one, we'll do, if you like, do continuous hums as we're lowering the arms down. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in. So a little pause at the top of the inhale, and then ha. So 3 more like this, breathing in. Now we'll do continuous hums, breathing in. Hum, 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 hum. Take a breath. Beautiful. All right, let's work with our flowing bird now. So breathing in as we take the arms up, little pause, awareness to the throat. And as we exhale, bend the legs, brushing your fingers along the mat. Legs can stay bent or straighten here. Breathing in and breathing out. So go at your own pace. You can keep it really slow, or you might speed it up this morning. Finish the one you're on, and we'll do 2 more. And finish, just relax. All right, so I thought we'd have a go at working with a variation of Uttanasana, our standing forward bend. I've done this before, but not for probably quite a while. And it involves crossing one leg over the other and then coming forward. Now, if you find you can't come down a long way, I'll invite you to grab a chair, or you might have a table close by, and you can just sort of come to sort of like a tabletop position. So it'd be something like this. Cross one foot over the other and then coming forward. So some of you might be here, some of you might be able to come to here, or even down towards the floor. Just listening to your own body, listening to your own breath, and not forcing, not straining. This is a bit of a favourite stretch of mine. I've been working with this one quite a lot over the last probably 12 months. It's really good if you tend to get tight around the IT band, so around the top of the buttocks, like the pelvic bowl out towards your hips. It's good if you do quite a bit of sitting. This area can become quite tight, or a lot of driving in the car. Good, and then just very slowly and carefully come up. And of course, we have to do the other side. So crossing the other leg over. It'll be interesting to notice how this side feels. So either to a chair or a table, or coming a bit further forward. Not forcing. We want to make sure the breath can still flow very smoothly and easily. We're not starting to gripen or shorten or tighten the breath here. We're not holding the breath.
And you feel that you've worked evenly on this second side, again, just very slowly and carefully come up, change, or let uncross your legs and perhaps give a little bit of a shake. It's quite a challenging stretch, but it's a good one. All right, let's take the legs a little wider apart to work with our Tibetan yoga breath. And coming back to that pause after the inhale. So we're going to see if we can just lengthen that space, but not so much that then we're sort of, the breath is becoming all over the place. So again, that idea of the quality of the breath is staying very smooth and calm and steady. So let's turn towards our left fingertips, left side, and exhale all breath. As we breathe in, we're coming over, we're watching the hand as we take it up, stretching the right fingertips down. So we pause at the top. And when you need to exhale, you'll slowly lower that arm down. So again, find a rhythm that works for you. Don't worry about necessarily what I'm doing. Once you've got, you know what you're doing, just, you might even have the eyes closed, just breathing in. Stay with your breath, your experience, not mine. Stretch the left fingers down. Perhaps awareness is into the throat. Perhaps there's a gentle smile on your lips. The face is soft. And when you need to exhale, lower the arm down. So moving from side to side, you know what to do. I'll be quiet now for a little while. Finish the side you're on, and then just do one more round. Make sure you're not clenching the teeth. The forehead is soft and smooth. And you finish, come back to center. Try to just stay really quiet and not move, and just take a deep breath in. Sigh it away. Beautiful. All right, one more standing pose, then we're coming back down to our mats. We'll work with Thich Nhat Hanh's Mindful Warrior, and we're going to add some words to this movement this morning, a bit of an affirmation. So I'll turn the left toes around, resting the left hand on the thigh, right hand on the back thigh, and we're turning to look over that left shoulder. So exhale all breath. And then as we breathe in, we bend this left leg and raise the left arm up. We're just leaning back a little bit.
And as we exhale, we're lowering down. So it's a moving meditation, as all of our asanas, our postures can be, if we have that intention and we keep that in mind. So breathing in, bending the left leg, raising the left arm, and breathing out. So thinking about warrior energy as we breathe in, I have the courage to express my truth. Sometimes we do need courage. I have the courage, connecting with our inner warrior, to express my truth. Let's do 3 more of these. I have the courage to express my truth. You might even think there might be a situation in your life at the moment where you are really feeling as though you need, it's been difficult to have a voice. And you might bring that situation to mind as you work with this pose, this warrior energy. I always, if I'm really feeling that I'm lacking courage, I'm always in my own practice will work with the warrior poses just to connect with that inner strength and the brave heart. All right, let's do the same to the other side. So turn the feet around. So your right palm is on the right thigh, left palm on the back thigh. Turning to look over that right shoulder. So exhale all breath. We'll do 2 without the words and then 5 with the words. So breathing in, we bend the right leg, raise the right arm up, a little bit of a back bend, and exhale. Breathing in, perhaps a little pause, awareness to the throat, the neck, and breathing out. Inhale, I have the courage to express my truth. 4 more. I have the courage to express my truth. 3 more. Last one. Release. All right. If you've got a bolster or some pillows, please take that now. We're going to come into supported child. If you don't have any props, that's absolutely fine. Just come into your favourite version of child. You have got a bolster or some pillows, you take your knees wide, slide it in between your inner thighs, and then rest forward. If you can feel that in the lower back a little bit, because it was a bit of a back bend, the warrior. And if it's quite tender, you might use your fists and give a little bit of a massage, or just focus on breathing down into your lower back. Just giving yourself permission to rest for a moment, to check in with yourself. Note how you're feeling. And again, you might say to yourself, how human of me. How human
of me. If your head is to one side, just gently turn your head the opposite way. So in a moment, we're going to work with lion pose, which is one of the most wonderful poses for stimulating Vishuddhi chakra. It can help us to strengthen our voice. It's used in yoga therapy for stuttering and people who are sort of extremely sort of very introverted. And also just, again, helping us to have the courage to speak our truth. So we worked with the warrior energy. Now we can imagine we're like a fierce lion. But also just what's coming to me is just that idea of, even if we have got a bit of rage or a bit of anger, it's like, how do we express that in a healthy way? Not unleashing it in a way that's going to be detrimental or hurtful to ourselves or another person. So looking for healthy means of expression. And that's where I think I just loved the poetry session. There was so much, poems on the injustices of the world and trauma, but such a healthy, creative outlet. I also went a few weeks ago to it was like an art therapy workshop, a 3-hour workshop, which was using crayons, a lot of drawing to work with our, deep wounds. And that I just find that so powerful. So drawing to express ourselves, our rage, our trauma in a healthy way. So let's come up now and work with our beautiful lion. If you can, this is the traditional position, but if you need some supports underneath you, or if you can't sit like this, just modify. And if we can, we bring our palms down, but our fingers are pointing towards us. If you haven't done this before, you might want to watch the first one, but we're going to extend the tongue out, look up towards our third eye, and make a very loud ah sound. And you hopefully feel it in the throat, but all the way, I always feel it, it's like right down the depths of our being, our belly. We might be holding some, some stuff. So we're going to do 3 of these. The fourth one, we'll work with a variation where we move the tongue from side to side. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in. Again. Last one, moving the tongue. Good, and it just come down again into any version of child pose and just rest for a moment.
let's work with our dynamic gate pose, Parigasana. Any knee issues, you might have a folded blanket on your mat. So we're going to come onto all fours. So again, feel free to watch the first one if you're not quite sure where we're going with this. Our knees are together, spine's in a neutral position. Exhale, all breath. So as we breathe in, we're turning to the left. We straighten the left leg. We raise the left arm up. So again, a little pause at the top of the inhale. You might look up if that's okay for your neck. Otherwise, just look forward. And as you exhale, come back to all fours. Inhale, we turn to the right, raising the right arm up. And back to all fours. So let's keep going. To the left as we breathe in. And breathe out. Turning to the right. And lower. Inhale. Exhale. Turning to the right. Okay, we're going to do one more to each side with the option to hold the pose now. So turning to the left, raise the left arm up. Now you can stay here. Those of you who want to take this a bit further, we can lift that left leg up. See if we can bring that leg parallel to the floor. And we might turn the left arm and extend the left arm over the head. So again, just be aware of the neck and how it feels, either looking straight ahead or if it's okay, you're looking up underneath the left armpit, flexing the left foot. If the leg is raised, and breathe. Good, and then lower, come back to all fours and turning to the right. So again, we might lift that right leg up, flexing the foot. We might turn the right arm and extend the arm over the head. Or just staying in the earlier position and breathe. And back to all fours. And again, just releasing back into child pose, supporting your head, and take a rest. Good. Gently coming up and just stretch the legs out in front of you. A little bit of a shake. Inhale, raise the arms up, so a little pause. And as we exhale, coming forward. So we're not going to hold. We're just doing two more. So breathe in, raise the arms up, lengthening up through the spine. And exhale, come forward. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. All right. So we're going to, again, take our bolster or our pillows or our cushions and come into supported fish. Any neck issues, please also give yourself a little bit of support for the back of the head. If you don't have any props, then you can do fish without props. I'll show you in a moment how that looks if you're not sure. So legs are stretched out. If anyone wants to work with Baddha Konasana just for something add on, you're welcome to bring the soles of the feet together and lie back that way. So the bolster goes under the upper chest, under the armpits,
We want the back of the head to be touching the floor, not hanging in the air, or if you've got some support there or a cushion. Arms might be overhead like this, if that's available to you. Otherwise, the arms might be on the body or might just be out to the side. You're welcome to have a blanket, some covering over you if you're feeling a little bit cool now, perhaps socks on. We're going to stay here for 5 minutes, about 5 minutes. If you've got glasses, you might want to just pop those to one side. Perhaps closing the eyes. Just allowing the body to soften here. If you're not using any props and you're still waiting to see what it looks like without props, I'll just show you now. So you're down on the floor, you take the arms under the body, and as you inhale, lift up. So the back of the head might be on the mat, or if the neck is strong enough, the head might be hanging in the air. You're pressing down onto your forearms, lifting the heart. So it's a beautiful heart opener, but you can also no doubt feel that it's also working into Vishuddhi chakra. So again, I invite you to take your awareness to your throat, to the neck, allowing your breathing to be slow and easy. And again, you might like to imagine that a beautiful blue mist or light is flowing in through the nose, down into your throat, swirling around inside your throat. Excuse me. This blue mist or blue light will help you to tap into your truth. This blue mist or blue light is helping to massage and cleanse and purify this energy center, helping to ease your fears about expressing your truth. This blue mist or blue light can help you find the courage to express your truth. It is strengthening your ability to communicate. Continue inhaling the blue mist or blue light. And acknowledge that you are being empowered to express your wishes and needs. Trusting that you will be heard and your feelings acknowledged. For just another minute here.
over the next 2 or 3 breaths, allowing this pose to dissolve. So the safest way is to roll to one side, push the supports out of the way, and lie back down on your mat. If you know your neck's strong enough, you can sit straight up. But just when you have done that, lying back down, bring the knees into the chest and feeling that you're pressing the lower back down into the mat. The chin is tucked forward. I'm just going to work with a little a tongue swirl. So I invite you with your tongue to just start by massaging each tooth. So start with the upper or the lower, doesn't matter, and just move the tongue to feel each tooth. All the way around from one cheek side to the other. When you've done that upper or lower, then swap over. Do the opposite, so the lower or the upper. Feeling each tooth. And make sure that you also, we can do it again, but run the tongue around the fronts of each tooth. And you'll feel as you're doing this a build-up of saliva. This is good. When we feel the saliva, we want to swallow it. So let that saliva flow down through the throat. Saliva is really important to aid our digestion. So they're feeling the fronts of each tooth. And also the inside of each tooth. So you're doing the front and then also the back of each tooth. Running your tongue around the back of each tooth. And when you finish with the teeth, we're going to run the tongue around the inside of the lips. And then the inside of the cheeks. Just feeling the inside of your cheeks. Who chews their cheeks? I have been known to do that, but it feels pretty good at the moment. It's the most horrible feeling, isn't it? Again, when you feel that build up of saliva, just swallow. Good. Okay. Let's now, so we're in a semi-supine position, take our fingers now to the back of the head where the hair begins to grow, the base of the skull, starting in the center of the head and just starting to, using your fingers, press into the base of the skull as you slowly massage your way out towards the ears. And if you find a particularly painful spot, you might just pause there and breathe. See if you can soften rather than tighten. How is this area feeling? Keep the face soft. Mouth open, relaxing the jaws. Good. And then gently release. Bring the knees in. Give yourselves a hug. We're going to come back to our Bija mantra hum. In a moment, we will raise the legs up to the sky, the arms overhead, and we'll chant the legs back in with hum 4 times. And then the 5th one, if you'd like to join with me, we'll do continuous hums. And as we're chanting, awareness into the face, the mouth, and the throat area. Exhale all breath. So breathing in.
3 more like this. Ha. Hum. Hum. Last one with continuous hums. Hum, 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 hum. Moving into a twist now. So the gentle option, feet on the mat. For a stronger twist, your feet are in the air, arms out at shoulder height. Just check that your neck and spine are in a straight line. Deep breath in. And knees over to the right side. Head may turn to the left if that's okay for your neck. Otherwise, keep the head in a neutral position. Softening the shoulders, the skin of the face. And breathe. Slowly come back to center. And knees over to the left side. Head may turn to the right. And back to center. Give yourselves a hug. And then inhale, stretch the arms overhead, point your toes. Pause at the top of the inhale. And when you need to exhale, lower the arms down. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale, stretching the arms overhead, pausing. And exhale, lowering the arms down. 1 more. Good. And when you finish, setting yourselves up for relaxation. Might slip the bolster or cushions under your knees for a bit of lower back support. Make sure that you're warm. If you wear glasses, popping those to one side. You might sigh or blow the breath away, letting go, letting go, letting go. Taking these first few moments to relax into yourself. Stilling your body, your head, your heart. Turning your attention inward and just noticing what's going on inside. Noticing any sensations in the body, the various thoughts in your mind, and your current experience of being conscious and alive.
I'd like to share a beautiful poem with you from Dana Folds. Here, right now, bring your mind to this place and time. Invite it, even if it resists, to sit and witness what it is to be alive. Let there be no ulterior motive in this moment, but to be. Rest on the waves of breath and choose to experience all of it. Let thoughts float through and leave again. As the mind slowly settles like snow inside a shaken paperweight. This is all there is. Here, right here and now. So feel free to remain lying down if you're happy here and you'd like to. Otherwise, very, very slowly now start to deepen the breath. Bring some movement into your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, quietly roll to one side and make your way up to sit. So we'll close our practice together with one Om. Just bring the hands together at the heart space, Namaskar Mudra. Exhale all breath. Breathing in Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of love to you all. So having a 2-week break, and the email spelled out the next session, I think the 4 weeks in July. So I hope you can come back and join me then if you're around. Stay well, keep in touch. Lots of love.
Thank you.